I'm a doctor.
As we wait for more mercenaries to come out for Hearthstone Mercenaries, I thought it'd be really fun if we looked at some custom mercenaries. Now for this video, I haven't looked at any of these. I just picked a couple of them and we're gonna see if they're too broken, too weak, would they work in the game? And if you want to see more of this stuff, make sure you let me know with a comment down below and a like on the video. It would also help out the channel. And if you like Hearthstone Mercenaries, just clicking subscribe. What are you even doing? And as always, you look fantastic. First mercenary we're going to be looking at here is Zilliax. And we all know Zilliax for his precision, his unity, but most important, and just like yourself, your perfection. And it's going to be pretty interesting to see what Zilliax could do as a mercenary. I'm expecting some kind of magnetization thing here. So let's read this. First things first is the mech tag. And I think that's pretty interesting. We haven't seen mechs yet in Hearthstone Mercenaries, so I would imagine at some point they're going to do this as a tribe, but this is pretty exciting already. Protector, pretty cool. Unity, attack an enemy, one other friendly minion, gains Divine Shield and attacks it. It has no cooldown. This is a very good ability. It might be too good to be honest. The problem with this is like, this is a lot of damage for 4 speed, depending on what the other mech is. And if there's like a good fighter mech, this is really scary, but it would really depend on what other mechs they're printing. So at the moment, this might be too good, but it really depends. Precision, 0 speed. Now I think maybe as like a, I don't know, a threshold for speed probably shouldn't be 0. It should be at least 1. I think 0 speed is just not okay for the game, in my opinion. But deal damage equal to this Merc's attack is definitely not the strongest ability, and it is on a 1 cooldown. But 0 speed is a little scary. I would probably put that for like 2, because you do want to have some way to interact with Zilliax. You don't want him to just be like, all right, you're dead. Like there has to be a little bit something, right? Kind of a good example of this is like nature with Brightwing. Like Brightwing's first ability becomes 0 after Malfurion and synergistic, not just 0 to begin with. So 0 is a little scary. Perfection 5, 4 speed, 1 cooldown. Gain taunt for 2 turns. Damage this Mercs deals. Also, damage this Merc deals also heals your other characters this turn. Sorry, I don't know what that was. This is a really interesting ability. And I like how their abilities are Unity, Precision, Perfection. I just got that. This is really interesting because you're damaging your other characters, not just Zilliax. So Zilliax can't just sustain. This is a really cool ability. I like this one a lot. I think this could just be used for not even just Zilliax, but I like this a lot. I do think this is really cool. 4 speed seems pretty good for this. And it's awesome because your opponent has to start thinking about how they're going to deal with Zilliax or their other minions. Should they focus Zilliax? Really like the idea here. Let's look at the equipment. What is this artwork? Magnetic Buddy 4. Battlecry. Summon a 10/20 mech. If played to the left of another mech, give that mech +5, +10. So this is the magnetization, I was probably assuming. So virtually, if I would imagine this is like King Mukla's big brother, this would be kind of interesting. The problem with this mechanic is that this is a battle cry, so this wouldn't actually pop out until the things are summoned. So they would have to like hard code it to always be on like the right side of Zilliax, which I think is very possible. Heavy Plating 4. Perfection also restores health to Zilliax. Okay, so I think this one might be too good. The problem with this is like, then it's like infinite sustain, and you probably don't want to have just this ability to just heal up your mercenaries because it's probably not great for the game. I guess it's only for a turn, so maybe it's okay, but I don't know. It might be a little sus, not gonna lie. Thermocar 4, per passive +4 attack. Precision is 3 speed slower, but has no cooldown. Yeah, okay, so Thermal Core is a little bit interesting. I guess it kind of fixes the problem that I have with this ability. I think this ability is actually okay. It should just be like 1 or 2. And then maybe you could make this like cost like, I don't know, like 2 speed more and then has this. But overall, Zilliax looks like a pretty cool mercenary. I actually think you did a pretty good job overall. I do think Unity is a little too good. Perfection may be too good with heavy plating, but I think it's okay. But generally speaking, well done. Let's go to the next one. On the list, we have Zenyatta from Overwatch. This was made from the same person, so I'm very excited to see what they come up with their second character. And I did notice immediately that Zenyatta is a mech, so that's pretty cool. Caster, 5 attack, 80 life, and it is a legendary. Orbs of Destruction 5. Well, I guess I don't need to say 5. We already know that. 5 speed, choose 2 targets, deal 6 damage to them. Okay, this is what Tyranda's like double shot should have been. Like Tyranda's ability does 2 random enemies. Should have just been 2 targets and it would have been fantastic. So I like the ability already. Discord and Harmony, 4 speed, 1 cooldown. Discord, 4 speed, target enemy has +5 weakness this turn. Now, I'm a little curious on the wording there, because if +5 weakness means like to anything, I think that's really cool, because it also follows the flavor of what Zenyatta does in Overwatch, which is kind of neat. Harmony, restore 10 health to a friendly character at the end of this turn. Restore 10 health, 10 more. My God, my good, holy. Now, this is kind of like the reverse of Lady Anaconda for her damage spell, so I think that's pretty neat. Overall, this ability seems more than fine. +5 weakness is a really cool idea. It's not specific, and I think that could work out very nicely. If it means like any damage it takes is just +5, I think that's really cool. Transcendence, 3 speed, 2 cooldown. After each ability this turn, restore 6 health to all friendly characters. Now, if this means on the bench as well, this is a really cool ability. It's a holy 2-1, so that's pretty neat. I would hope this means everyone on the bench, but at the moment, the kit is really cool. This is definitely a more supportive caster in a sense, and I really like the idea of this. Charged orbs 4. Orbs of destruction can target an additional target. Does that mean you get to target 4 mercenaries? Because if you're targeting 4 mercenaries, that's pretty, or I guess it's like, you could do like 2-2, or like you get to basically pick 4 targets. Probably. Is that how it works? Interesting. I would think that's how it works. That's pretty cool. Okay. Call of Discord. Discord gives an additional +2 weakness and deals 1 damage to the target. The 1 damage to the target is very negligible. Like, I don't think that matters. I guess in hindsight, actually, it does like 8 damage because of the plus weakness. So that's actually kind of cool. Really like the equipment there. Call of Harmony. Harmony restores 4 more health and lasts until it is used on a new target or this merc dies. So does that mean like every single time at the end of the turn, they just restore 10 health? That's also very interesting. Call of Discord might be too good. Like, I'm a little scared because like 7 weakness on a minion that you can use every other turn is very strong. Like, Zenyatta would have to be focused, but I actually think that this one's really well designed. It really captures the flavor of what Zenyatta. I think you did a very good job. I really like this idea. I would actually hope that they would use this kit in the game. It's really well done. Sir Finley Miracleton is the next one here, and this one was given, or I guess made by Turin on the Hearthstone Mercenaries Discord. Let's see what Turin has. I hope I'm saying your name right. It's like Taran. You know who you are. Sir Finley Miracleton is a Murloc Protector, 10 attack, 70 health, and also has the 2 skins, which I think is very cool. Champion Strike. Deal 10 damage to an enemy. They take 7 extra damage from attacks this turn. This is a holy. Okay, so I don't know. I guess the holy makes more sense because it's like he was featured in Paladin, but I don't know if he would actually be a holy character. The flavor there is a little off. The ability I think is okay, but it might be too strong, to be honest. 10 damage is not that much, but taking 7 extra damage from attacks is very spooky on turn 1. Like, especially because it goes right into Samaro. It's virtually a one-shot no matter what. So that's really spooky. May have to go to 5 just to beat Samaro, and I think it would be okay. Righteous Cause. After you summon a minion this turn, give all friendly characters +5/+5. This is 2 speed, and it has no cooldown. This is actually a really cool idea. We haven't really seen like something happening when you summon. We know like Murloc synergy, but other than that, like this would fit really nicely with I think it's Munis that summons the dude, or is it the other guy, old Merc guy maybe? I'm not sure. Whoever summons the Murlocs, this could be a really cool idea because it fits right into that. Now, would this actually be good enough? Maybe not. I think +5/+5 is pretty good though, so I have more of a hope for this than I do with like just summoning a minion. I think this could be really cool. Maybe not though. Tip the scales 5 speed, 3 cooldown. Resurrect a friendly Murloc that died this game. That is a very, very strong ability. To resurrect a minion is almost ridiculous. Because you could pair this with Blink Fox and it might be broken. Like just straight up. That is kind of insane. Especially because you can kind of manipulate the game here to have more than 3 mercenaries on the board at once, which would be very interesting. Might be too good. You would probably have to lower or like make the speed like 10 or 9. Like you would have to be somewhere really high up because this is a very good mechanic. Cool idea, but it might be too good. True Silver Lance, Champion Strike, deal 4 more damage. So we do 14 damage instead. Okay. Definitely like fine. Finley's Pith Helmet 4. When a friendly character uses an ability, give them +4 health. It's not bad. It's almost as good as, I would think Cookie's ability is slightly better. I'd rather just have the start of game health because, I mean, actually, this is ridiculous, isn't it? Isn't this kind of broken? Like, you don't need any synergistic aspect of this. You just put them in the game and it's kind of nuts. Scales of Justice, Battlecry, give adjacent Murlocs Divine Shield. That's okay. I think that's fine. I think giving him, yeah, I think for Murlocs, that's definitely okay. I think this one's too good. I'd be a little nervous of this. I'm very scared of Tip of Skulls. I think it's too good of a mechanic to have in the game. If you're going to resurrect something, it would have to be like resurrecting a friendly Murloc at like 30 health. Because I think if you're resurrecting a Murloc all the way at full health, it's just too scary for the game. I think it's too scary. Unless like, no, I think it's too good. It'd have to be like probably like a cap, kind of like Karen's reincarnation. Really cool idea. Think probably some of his abilities are kind of whack and some of them are too good, but I like it. Last but not least here is Blingtron. This was actually submitted from Blue Zombie once again. So let's see the final mech in this tribe of mechs, shall we? Blingtron, fighter, 10 attack, 75 health. It is a mech. Bling up, attack an enemy, give your mechs +3 to 4 attack. Okay, I think like that kind of, I know what you're going for because Blink Fox, if you did not know, Blink Fox as a card would just give your opponent a random weapon and you would a random weapon. But for Mercenaries, you want it to be a little bit more calculated. So I don't like the fact that it's like +3 to 4. It would probably be fine with +3 attack, I think. Maybe even +4 is okay. But yeah, I'm a little, the randomness is not really necessary for this. You could just probably pick one. Overclock, 3 speed, 1 cooldown, attack a random enemy. It takes critical damage from all rolls this turn. Okay, this is a very, very scary thing to have in the game. Because technically speaking, this could win you the game out of a 1 out of 3, and I don't think you want that in the game either. This ability would have to be, or like the speed would have to be 5, 6, because you would have to, like that's the reason why Diablos is so late in the game, is because like a 6 speed, because you have to be a little careful of how you do like critical damage. This could win you the game, and I don't think it's good to have in the game at this point. Like it would have to be like 5. Maybe it's a little worse than Diablos because Diablos is guaranteed and they don't have to attack, but critical damage is just, it's too spooky. It's too spooky. So maybe you make it a little bit more specific, like attack the lowest health enemy, and then maybe it's a little bit easier to play around, but might be too good, like way too scary. Generalist, loot 5, speed 7, cooldown 2, target a friendly, target friendly Merc randomly equips an additional equipment. Target friendly Merc randomly equips an additional equipment. Okay, I think this is too weak. This one's like, you put all the power into this ability, but you didn't put any into this. The problem with this is like, think about it. If you're running like, let's say Illidan, right? Getting an extra equipment 2 turns later in the game is not going to be good enough. Karen doesn't need an extra equipment. Like a lot of the time the equipment is just not going to be good enough. So this one I would probably change to 1 cooldown and like swap it here. And this one should be 2 cooldown. Maybe that's a little bit better because then it's more of like a less of a swingy thing the following turn. Generally, it might be too good. If it's to like give all the equipment to that mercenary, maybe that's slightly better, but a lot of the time it's not going to be that worth it. Shiny armor, bling up also gives you +2. Yeah, so again, like just pick 3 life. I think it's probably going to be fine. Computer virus. Overclock attacks 2 random enemies, but is 1 speed slower. We do not want that in the game. That is the scariest thing on the planet. That is insane. That is potentially 20 damage. That's not even kind of critical damage. That's no, this is no. We don't want this. No. It should be like, rather than attack a random enemy, it's not a random, you get to pick. Like, I think that would be better. That would make that sense. Like attack a specific enemy, but it's 1 speed slower. I think that would be more generous. Even more loot, generous loot's cooldown is reduced by 1. This is probably not good enough for an equipment either. I think it's too weak already. Like you would be, yeah, this is all the power levels here. This guy's probably too whack. I wouldn't, no. You tried. That's what's important. Anyways, that's gonna be the end of this custom mercenaries video. If you want to do your own custom mercenaries, I'm gonna leave the template that they did in the YouTube description on this video. I would highly recommend you try your own and submit it to my Discord, submit it to the HS Mercenary Discord. And if you guys want more of these, then we will do more. Thanks for watching.